Hello and welcome. Excuse my background mess because we're in like business center central. I'm gonna have to add this to my what's it called? I can't even move this up or down, can I? Okay, let me share. I want to share. Um, let's copy so I could share it on my Wix page because I couldn't go live on my Wix. So that did not make me a happy camper. So give me a chance to go over to my Wix site and send. I can't believe that happened. Unfortunately, I have what's it called? Contacts. Let's see, site members. And then here and on the like it's so different. Communication maybe. Chat. There we go. Inbox. Okay. While everybody comes in. Okay, so let me just make. I can't believe that happened to me. Ugh, so annoying when stuff like that happens. And this is just supposed to be like a simple, quick live, because we're gonna chat about the wealth course. I'm super, super excited and happy about. So I just going to have to just send a really quick message. So everybody, because I feel so bad. All right. Okay. So everybody, whoever gets is gonna be like, what? What is she talking about? This is like last minute craziness. All right. So I email blasted out. That way everybody knows um, that I am on YouTube. Okay. All right. So welcome. I just don't hit it. So if you guys have questions about this wealth course, you may put them in the chat. I have a few questions that I'm going to answer that my beautiful email subscribers have sent prior to my chat. So here we go. So the first thing people were asking is why the course is 44 days. Because I'm doing it 44 days. And I know it's a lot of work. It's like a lot of work for me because I'm literally adding activities, journal prompts, audios, meditations for each and every single day that you are a part of this course. So when I connected with Spirit and Almighty God of the heavens, and I said, okay, so what is, I want to know how I could transform the lives of, of people. I want to know how I could shift their vibrations and energy. Please, please, please express to me what I could do. Let me. I'm so giddy. Okay. And I'm trying to write YouTube and it's writing tube. It's like my spell check. Are we in Mercury retrograde? Let me send them the clicks too. But of course, you guys could ask questions and I will get to them. I feel terrible that this is happening. Okay. I just want to make sure. See, I'm not even. Oh, here I am. I'm like, I'm not even coming up.
Like, I'm not even coming up.
That is
Like,
so.
I'm not even coming up. That is so.
I am a comedian. Okay. So let me just send it to everybody that's messaging me. Give me a second and we'll talk again about why is 44 days. Okay, so the class is 44 days because we initially just need 21 days. You have to do something, especially when you're trying to manifest something like wealth. And everybody, I mean, look at it, 2%. I think now Spirit told me that it's no longer 2%. There is actually 10%. They're saying that the millennials actually made changes. So I think it's super crazy how the millennials were always like really criticized about their ways and their laziness, but millennials kind of did a lot of startups that they became multimillionaires. So when I connected to Spirit, they're like, it's no longer 2%. We're almost at the 10% mark of people being super duper wealthy. And this is a time that we are in right now that is so much easier for you to build wealth because there's so much access, so many different ways you could sell stuff. You could start courses, you could tutor, you could teach a language if you're like bilingual, trilingual. Like there are so many different ways that you could create prosperity and wealth for yourself. um I did in one of my last videos, I said, because as my course is only 55, I wanted to, that's the number Spirit gave me. 555 is the energy of prosperity. And a Spirit said to me, and there's also a number that is very affordable for anyone to be able to kind of scrounge up that money, So I did some experiments. And one of the experiments was an app, and and I have it on my other video. And I think I shared this with you guys before. I'll show you right now. And I have it linked on the other video, because we're home sometimes, and sometimes you're watching TV, and it's called Cash Kick. I don't know, you're not gonna be able to see it. Cash Kick. So here's an app, and I just cashed out because I played Dice Dreams. Dice Dreams gives you $125. I'm not very good with Scrabble. I don't know. I don't get the whole Scrabble thing. The point is that I was looking for ways of being able to make some money to pay for the course. And of course, this took me almost 2 weeks, maybe a little more to do. Somebody else did inbox dollars. There's just like a bunch of different ways to you to make money. So the point is, like Spirit told me, there's no excuses, and it's true because I remember when I wanted to pay $100 a month for my Mind Valley, which that's what it costs. I mean, you could pay 500 for the whole year, but I didn't have $500. I didn't even have the 100. But I wanted to be part of especially Mind Valley is so good because there's so many teachers. It's like so worth $100 because every month you have different teachers that help you with different therapies. It's all about me expanding my knowledge to be able to share with my clients, for me to grow spiritually. Like it's so much greatness when we are learning and expanding. But getting into the wealth course, I wanted everybody to be able to afford it. And another thing I did was, I mean, you could see like in my background, I have a whole bunch of different gadgets and stuff. Um, my tripod broke. That's why I'm using this craziness. So, this is my side gig. I have multiple side businesses that I run from the comfort of my home. And it makes me really happy because I don't have to be out there. I don't have to work in corporate, America like I used to do before and run around, especially at my age. I don't, it's just like, it's not something that I foresee for my future. So I wanted to create that change and I was able to. So the 44 days of you implementing and showing up so you could create the changes to manifest the wealth that you desire and that you dream about. So that's why we're doing the 44 days. Today you're here and I'm gifting you something awesome. And I will be sharing this to the Wix site so you could also I think I could share this video to the I hope I can, because there's a statement that I'm gonna share here that is going to be part of our 44 days. And it's something that I co-created with Almighty God of the Heavens and my angelic realm, and it's really, really powerful. And it is your declaration. If you did the free wealth course, we did a certificate, and I have it somewhere. I don't have it right in front of me. So if you want to be part of the free one, so you get a taste of what to expect in the 44 days. I have the link below. Believe it or not, I'm not done with the free one. I'm still adding a little bit of stuff, and I like to create like workbooks to wrap up the whole segment. I think right now there's anywhere from 5 to 6 days up in the free wealth course. So I will link the free wealth course below. So if you do show up here, you have it available. So 44 days. 44 days of you deciding that you want to take advantage and shift your vibration and energy, because wealth is a vibration, it's an energy. And just like all of us, because I'm in that slot too, we all go through different changes in our lives. We are around people that are, influencing us, outside noise. So there's a lot of reasons why we at times do not create the wealth that we desire. I still haven't written a thank you note. Something crazy happened, and we're going to do that here. This is something that I did for a few of my scripting clients, and it was really, really fun. And I can't show you one of the checks because it's a check, but I'll show you the other one. Where are they? Okay, so this was crazy. So this is stuff that I want to share with you what you are going to find in your wealth course. And the really cool thing is that we're going to be manifesting on different ways so you could witness the manifestations. Because what's 44 days of nothing, right? Of you just putting time and effort and not seeing any confirmations, not seeing any realizations. That does not work for me. That doesn't work for any of us, because we want concrete evidence that this truly, truly works. So something that I did with my scripting clients for the last, I used to do starting last June of 2022, we used to do scripting. And one of the exercises that we did for money was to manifest checks. Now, we're in an era where checks are like, almost like you don't see them. Like you don't see people writing checks. You don't get checks at work. It's like a very kind of endangered species. So when I receive checks from my clients, because I did wealth work for them and they receive nice money, or sometimes they will buy my books and do good in their lives, they will like say thank you with a letter, a Christmas one, and you're gonna laugh at the story, and send me a check. More often than not, they will send me like tips on Venmo or Zelle or Cash App. That was like their way of saying. But I have clients that write checks because they know I'm old school, and there's just something magical about receiving a check in the mail. So this beautiful, my son, who's my special son, he picked up the mail in December and he put away and didn't look at it. And I was having a crazy week. Mind you, this has been in my son's room since December. This actually, it's December 14th. And she wrote, "Hi Daisy, I want to wish you a blessed Christmas and I hope you can help me again. Thanks so much." She put her address and her information, customer money candle. And I have to make her a special note. I can't show you her check, but she sent me a $55 check. So Then that same week, of course, this happened in December. My son found this mail a couple of weeks ago, and I just deposited the check. Then I got this crazy check for $11. And this was the first. You can see the date. I don't think I could show you the information on the bottom. Right? You're not allowed to show like certain things online, right? So let's see. So nothing crazy. It's an $11 check. The point is, it was an exercise that we did with our scripting, because there's times that we want to manifest things that we know that they have to come from the divine. Because, like I said, it's not an era of checks. It's a lot easier for somebody to cash out me $20, $30, $100. I've had somebody send me $1,000 because they want like big bucks. So it's different than receiving. So when I get something, even that $11 check, it's just like, this shit works. Like, this is amazing. So those are the type of things that we are going to be doing in our wealth class. We're going to be doing different exercises that are going to open up the doors to manifest. And something really, really crazy. We're going to be working with our angels, with our higher self, with Almighty Divinity, God of the heavens. We are going to be working in a very high frequency vibration. You're going to want to be part of this because you're going to witness so much magic in your life. And just for this wealth class, and of course, I'm going to put them up on Etsy. So depending on where you come and see this video, I created these really cute checks and I want to show you them. So I created universal checks and I put funky dates on them. Okay. And there's one more hiding around somewhere, because let me tell you, that check manifestation was so much fun, and being able to receive those checks was incredible. And two of the clients, we did, I think it was 3 of us that did it. One of them hasn't told me, so I don't know if she has or hasn't manifested any checks. But 2 of them were super happy. They texted me right away. It's like they got a check. One of them was a really nice check for over $1,000. Another one was a deposit that she completely forgot about. And she's like, this was like years and years ago. And they sent her a check. So it's like when we connect with the universe, and it's such a frequency, right? And we declare that we are infinite beings, that we deserve the very best. It's almost like the floodgates open and the fountains of abundance start to pour in. And it's very beautiful, which takes me to my statement. And I'm going to read it here for you if you want to pause it. Of course, if you're going to be part of the wealth class, it's going to be in a wealth class. This is, we're going to do the declaration, not on the first day. The first day we have some work that we're going to do, because I find that when we shed the blocks and the lack and we get all that out of the way, we could then start to align with the desires and intentions. We're going to learn in this beautiful course how money works. You're going to know the laws of prosperity, how to save money, how to invest, how to pay yourself first. I had never heard of that until I really focused on the different laws of prosperity. I was like, pay myself first. What are you talking about? So it's like we're supposed to, every time that we get paid, to take 10% of our earnings and put it away for ourselves. Think about it. You work your ass off and you take all your money and either you put it in the bank, you pay bills, whatever. You don't give yourself money. So it's like you're getting paid, but you're not. So one of the major laws is that you take 10% of the earnings and you put it away for yourself. And then you're supposed to be doing this for an entire year. And at the end of the year, you take that money and you have it work for you. So you're going to take that money and invest it in something that's going to bring you more cash. And it's so crazy to me because I never really knew about that. I never understood that. Like, I want to make sure I don't miss any of your questions. So that is one of the laws. And then I'm gonna teach you the laws of investing and saving and how to clear the lack. A lot of us grew up around people that didn't know any better, that would always express lack and how there wasn't enough money, or when my mother and I used to say all the time, money comes from money. Like, she, in her mindset, the only people that were wealthy were people that have family members that gave them money, or it was like an inheritance type thing. So it was very like hard to understand that. In the wealth course, we really dig deep into all of these lack energies and just take all of their power away so we could become money magnets. And it's really, really, really cool. Like, I would have never thought that I could work from home and have my awesome business, multiple businesses, and be able to do businesses for my family, for friends, and help them get out of their own, like, oh, I can't do a business, or I don't have money to do a business. And seeing that you don't need money to do a business. All you need is to just do it, to think about what it is that you want and you desire, and just do it. Because there's so much out there, for you to really dive into and just start. Um, so I'm going to share the statement. So you all could use it, no matter if you're going to use it, if you're going to be part of the wealth course. Where is my... Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. So I'm creating the workbook. It is not done. We start on March 17th. So I'm really excited, and I wanted to add as much detail as possible to this beautiful, beautiful course, class, whatever you want to call it, that we're going to do together. So the declaration to shift your vibration. I say rewrite the statement below and state it out loud. The power is in the writing. It's when you write it and you feel this beautiful declaration that you can now cut away all cords, remove all lack, blocks, and just be completely open to the blessings of the Almighty. And I wrote, on this day, and you want to write the date. So I would say, on this day, March 1st, 2023, I cease to believe in lack, poverty, and debt. On this day, March 1st, 2023, I am aware of the infinite supply that is available to me. I have limited the infinite power of limitless potential no more. Today, I am financially free. Today, I am abundant. Today, I am infinite prosperity in physical form. On this day, I renounce my human ego ways and claim my divine inheritance as a child of the divine, the allness, the oneness, being of God. This day, I fully acknowledge God, the divine, as my supply and my support. Today, I'm fully aware. Today, I'm fully aligning with my infinite high vibrational energy gifted to me from the day I was born. Today, I am aware of this power that has been dormant within me for many years. Today, I am free and aligned with the truth of the universe. I am made aware that God is lavish abundance and infinite prosperity of the universe. Therefore, as from above and below, I am infinite, lavish abundance and prosperity in human, physical, now form. And it was so. So I had this epiphany, this aha moment, because a lot of my followers don't believe in God. So I believe in God. I connect with God. So I believe in the almighty allness and oneness, the creator of the universe. So you could change it to however you want. I'm not going to step on any feet. I don't judge. You don't have to believe exactly as I believe in order to tap into that high vibration, because we all believe in a higher presence, a higher power, whether it is your angels, the universe. And you notice that I added universe in there because I believe that the allness and the oneness is always flowing as universe. But I'm coming out of my own like spiritual closet and stating my truth, stating my beliefs. So when you work in this beautiful wealth course, you take what fits for you, what fits your needs, what connects with you, and you then want to put it in your own vibration, put it in your own, because I don't know what your background is, like just like we're all the same, but we're not, right? We're all roots of the divine tree, but we're all very different, right? So align with your blessings, align with the statement that I shared, but take it into your own, right? So if you want to shift the words, if you want to change God into the angels or how you fear your higher power, you could do that. That is my statement. That is what I'm sharing with you. That is what works and has worked for me. But I give you the openness of shifting into your vibration. Now, going into the next, meeting your higher self audio. That is something that we are going to do in the wealth course. That is going to really, really impact you. So I'm going to say the first time that I did an audio meditation with my higher self, and I connect with my higher self for years, but in a state like a path working a type. And for those of you that understand path working, is when you go into kind of like a sacred realm, like a whole other plane, like a whole other reality, and you connect with like higher power beings. I connect this way with my angels. I connect with myself with the infinite essence of the universe. So I'm doing an audio meditation where you connect with your higher self. Now your higher self has been through it all. Remember, and I don't want to get too deep because the wealth course is not going to get into that. The wealth course is about wealth. It's about you aligning with your prosperity, your abundance. This is more of my spiritual work of where I share my spirituality, and I teach it to my, clients and followers and through my books. When you connect to the higher self, they're going to give you wisdom to show you maybe what lack you had, maybe what blocks. Maybe they're going to give you a gift, a blessing, healing, because they know what you need. So that audio ritual is going to be super powerful. And it's something that I want you to be able to download. And that's the cool thing about this class, is that you could come to it over and over and over. I do this myself. I'll go back to we just did a scripting romance and true love into existence class. And I revisit all the time when I feel like there's issues going on with me and my husband, and we've gone through a lot of changes. I will go back and tap into certain things when I find like something's lacking or sometimes something needs more energy. And that class gave me like such aha moments, because everything that I create with spirit, I do it myself. I'm in this too, guys. So you're going to meet your higher self in this wealth course. And this is going to be your buddy. And I if you already took the free class, we talked about the power of two, and how when you manifest with someone else, your manifestations become so empowering and like manifest quickly. And that's like in the great books, is when you sit, like it's like praying and healing. When you do it with more than one person, it is just super, super powerful. So I shared that in the free class. Again, I'm going to link that below for you guys. We're going to clear money blocks. We're going to clear that. And so that's sometimes you have to do that more than once. When I did the clearing the money blocks, I noticed in my blocks, and mind you, my mom is a dark Lala. And I know, and she talks a lot of like, she'll say stuff, but I noticed that my money blocks didn't come from my mom because my mom is very abundant. My money blocks came from my mother-in-law because I was looking back at my life and how abundant I was. And then I got to the state of lack. My state of lack happened in my late 20s, early 30s. And it was something happened between my like 25 and not even, I think it was more 27, 28. Maybe it was like, yeah, it was like definitely my late 20s to my early 30s. And I was like, why? Because, like I said, I journal. So I'm able to see things that, that some of you might not, because maybe you don't journal. That's why journaling is so important, because you're able to like go back to different times of your life and see patterns, because life is full of patterns. We are creatures of comfort. We're very repetitive. We're very ritualistic. So there's so much information and so much power in journaling. So you want to forgive that. And I teach you that in the wealth course. And I always say that forgiveness is not about them. It's about you. It's about you letting go of them having power over you. And it took me a long time because, yeah, I felt like I had forgiven her. Like there's no like backlash and stuff like that. But I did have moments where the thoughts came up of if she would have done this differently, if she would have done this, if this would have happened. Maybe this wouldn't have been like this. Maybe that would have happened like that. And maybe it would have. Maybe in another timeline, things were different. But in this timeline, that happened. And the definition was something else, right? So it's about letting her go. And in the exercises that I did with the free will class, I was able to see that it was all her. She's the one that put all that lack into me. And it took me over a decade, people. I'm talking about over 10 years to really release those cords. Because unfortunately, when people that you trust, and especially like I have been around my mother-in-law since I was 15, because I married very young. And she put all those cords and those ideals and that negativity into me. It took a while for me to really grasp that. And you guys get to do this in 44 days. Something that took me over a decade to really clear. And like I said, doing the wealth class, I was able to relive that and see and understand that, yes, now that makes sense. So you're going to notice and things are going to make sense to you, because you're going to see, okay, this is why I'm blocked. This is why, how many times have you, and this would happen to me, I would make like boku money and then all of a sudden I was broke again. It's like, and you hear people about this all the time. My dad is somebody that's like that. He'll like make stupid money and then he'll be broke and then he'll make stupid money again. But he's a very prosperous person, so he doesn't worry about that. He's okay. All his bills are paid. He pays months in advance of his daily bills, and he's a retired man. So forgiving the haters, very important that we're gonna do. And then we go into no person, no place, no thing is your supply of money. I used to feel that my supply of money was my Etsy shop because that's where my people come, right? They come through my Etsy shop and they pay me. Etsy is not my supply. So it took me a while, and this happened in 2015 when I started my Etsy shop in 2013, but in 2015 I was really popular. It was like me, Sage Goddess, Lisa Beachy. There was like a bunch of us that we really started doing our spiritual work, and we were expanding. I mean, you could go see Lisa Beachy right now. She's doing amazing. Sage Goddess is a multimillionaire. So Sage Goddess was smart. She didn't put all her eggs in one basket. She had Etsy. She opened up her webpage. She opened up a brick and mortar that turned into a multi-million-dollar industry, empowering women. You could look her up. I recommend her. She is amazing. Best crystals. If you want real, authentic crystals, Sage Goddess is your girl. So I remember I messaged her. I was like, oh my God, are you freaking out? Because I was freaking out. Because I had Square, but Etsy was my go-to. That was my bread and butter. That's where my $10,000 on-call clients were. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure she's on the live. Because they're like going to Wix, and then that's for another story. Anywho, so I messaged her. I was freaking out. It's 2015. You know, I'm having like these amazing clients that are paying me stupid money for my services. I was just like, I would have scaled up to a multi-million-dollar business. And Etsy decides that they don't want any occult stuff on their site. So they like shut us all down. Now, I had just started my Square, but it wasn't Etsy. Square was more of a like a payment. You know, they really weren't advertising us. So anybody that came to my Square, it was mainly because I brought them there. So then it was like me hustling, looking for ways of bringing in my, 5-figure, clients. And I just didn't have it. I didn't have that because Etsy shut the doors, and it was just like so crazy. So it's almost like I had to start from scratch. So I did have my YouTube, and I was building on that. And then money was trickling in, but it wasn't as lavish as it was through Etsy. So one of the things that we are going to be learning is that no person, no place, no thing is your supply, is your money. Because the moment that you think that your supply comes, per se for me was Etsy, you are cutting the cord. You are not with that infinite flow, because what's going to happen is in the work that we are going to do, money is an infinite flow that is constantly coming to you every which way. And you're going to start notice that things are just doors are going to close, but new doors are going to open. So this week, I feel like Spirit is really pushing us. I feel like the reason why this course is meant to happen on March 17th, 2023 is because my angelic team really wants you guys to become master manifestors. This week, they told me, Daisy, that's it. You've been saying since December that you're not going to do rituals, and this one calls you, and that one messages you, and that one pour this and pour that, and you're doing rituals. They're like, you need to shut that door if you want this door to open. And understand this, guys, because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me. So I know how hard it is. So I was like, how can I shut that door? Some of my rituals are $500, people. Like, think about this. Some of my rituals are $500. And Spirit is telling me to close that door. Breathe. So I was like, I'm going to listen, because it was very overwhelming for me. And I love my on-call altars. I love them. You don't understand. When I get up, and the first thing I do is I make my coffee and I journal, and I light all of my altars, because I snuff them every night, because fire safety is number one. And of course I use a lot of herbs and energy, and I've had candles and glasses blown up. Like, it's real, people. So when I go one by one to each altar, and I have their names, I have their pictures, I have everything that I need in order to manifest on their behalf. And sometimes I'll feel their energies. Like, I will go to an altar and this person is going through something, and I'm just like, hey, so-and-so, how are you doing? I'm over here, and Spirit says that you're not having, this is going on. And then I'll pull out the cards, and I'll send them a video, because And it's so cool because every month, they're able to tap into their own spiritual realm by looking at their altars and feeling. They'll have dreams, they have confirmations. Last year I have one that I really, really want. Like, we're working really hard on her for her to get married. We're really, like, she is because she's one of my besties. And then and I know she will. Like, I know, like, any minute now. Like, it's overdue. This was supposed to happen in December. We got December confirmations, but her beloved is being he's off-centered. He's going through stuff because we're going to go through stuff. But I know her wedding date is coming soon. But then I have two others. One has a spring wedding. The other one has a June wedding. We did this in a course of a year. A year. And that's the cool thing about altars. And that's why I did that email blast that I did yesterday, because those girls are done. They're done. They manifested. They did what they needed to do. So they're like, Daisy, I love you. I feel great. I think I got it from here. And that makes my heart soar, because I want you to grow. I want you to prosper. I want you to do awesome and continue your life. Continue. I have one that's been with me for a decade, but it's just because she says I'm just like her spiritual, she calls me her secret weapon. She's like, people ask me that they think that I'm just like super lucky and they just don't know that you're my secret weapon. And that's fine. That's fine too. The point is that you are going to, when we do this course, you are going to get epiphanies. You're going to get aha moments. And some of them are going to scare you. Like when they told me no more rituals. And I'm like, no, wait, one more. wait, this one. Oh, but she's been with me for a long time. I gotta help her. And they're like, no, if you don't shut that door, we can't open the door. And then that's something that we don't understand. I don't understand everything. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not Jesus. So I don't understand everything. So, I'm learning just like you guys, and I'm doing the work. And that is so awesome, because when we get like checks in the mail and you guys are like, Daisy, I got a check, or Daisy, I won $50 in a scratch off, which to you, like to some of us, it sounds like nothing. But then usually the people that tell me that they won $50 are people that like, they'll play the lottery and never win anything, nothing. And then they win $50. So something else you're going to be learning is how to appreciate everything. Because let me tell you, it's going to get freaky. You're going to start to notice coins on the floor, because I'm going to put you in that vibration. And some of us, the coins are there, but we don't notice that because we're not on that vibration. I'm going to tell you something so crazy about the energy of money. I have found money on the floor so many times. I remember one time, this was in 2001. This was, mind you, it was 2001. I was $200 short for my rent. I used to be a waitress then. And I was like pulling a double. I was like, this is not going to happen, because even on a good day, we would make like $100 something. We never made $200. I made $150 that day. And I was super happy. And I called my husband. I was like, well, we're going to be $50 short. We're going to have to pay a late fee, or we're going to have to call my mom or somebody to, front us the $50. I'm getting ready to go. I'm running around, and there's a receipt on the floor. Nobody's around. And I pick it up and I put it in my pocket. I don't even know why I did that. Because I'm running around. It was like subconsciously done. And I'm running around. The day goes by. I get home. I'm taking everything out of my pocket. And it was $50. And I was like, I can't spend it. What if somebody dropped that money and it's going to come tomorrow looking for it? So I was like telling my husband, we can't spend this money. We can't touch this. So I go into work the next day, and I told one of our managers, and he was amazing, really great guy. And I said, I'm going to be honest. I found $50. And he's like, where? And I was like, I don't even know how that happened. I picked it up. I put it in my pocket. It was in a receipt. And he's like, Daisy, nobody's came here that they're missing money. That was for you, girl. Don't even worry about it. So I kept it for a couple of days. and then I paid the rent with it. Nobody ever asked for the money. My manager was aware of it, because there's times that you feel guilty because you're like, you're in a public place and you find $50. Like, what if somebody that needed it lost that money? And then there's times that I've lost money, and I'll say somebody needed that money. I lost that money, but it's because somebody is going to find it that really, really needs that money. And some of the things that we do that is part of manifesting is I will intentionally leave money, especially around the kids in school. So where I live, the kids at 7 o'clock in the morning are all running amok out there getting ready for school. So I will sometimes go out there with the $2 bills, and I will put a couple of them out there in the kids, and you hear them sometimes freaking out because they find $2 bills. So it's like really, really cool to do stuff like that. Or think about Easter, putting them in Easter eggs and just going by a church, maybe in a lower poverty neighborhood, and just throwing a bunch of eggs in a church with money in them. Imagine the kids, because who's going to pick those up? Probably the kids, or even if the adults find them. Money is energy. And that is what that declaration that we just said was about. And that is what we're going to find. See, because money is not a person, a place, a thing. Money is a vibration, a supply. Something else. I started getting like deposits this week. I get deposits every week, right? Because of my business. It's constantly having deposits. Smaller ones, bigger ones, whatever. So my spiritual team said, I don't want you to spend any money. I tend to be a spendaholic. So it's not a savings like lack, right? It's more of a discipline, because I do have a big bill is coming around the corner that I know that I will have more than enough for it. So that is a whole other vibration, is us having the willpower. So when you will be connected to your angelic team that's going to guide you on this beautiful, beautiful journey of manifesting great wealth. And what's going to happen is you're going to be told things like, don't spend money this week. And it feels good, because you're going to start to see like whatever, your bank account, your Cash App card, whatever you use, trickle in $2 here, $5 there. And before you know it, you have 50, you have 100, you have $200. And, it looks nice when you have a few $100s. It looks even better when you have a few $1,000s. It looks even greater when you have 5 figures and 6 figures. And that is all that's going to happen. It's almost like you're going to start climbing this beautiful financial ladder, staircase, however you want to see it. So I think I've shared a lot. We've been here for a little while. Those are the questions mainly that everybody wanted to know, was like the 44 days and what was part of it. You get videos. The cool thing about my classes is not only am I doing the workbook, you're going to get videos on how to use the workbook. You're going to get videos on how to use the audios, how to use the meditations. And you're going to be able to come back and restart or find your favorite exercise. Use the quotes, whatever it is that you want. Why is my computer? I know, it was scary. It was scary, Diane. I didn't even see your post. That was scary. So just know that whatever it is, that fear that we get, like Diana's like, I'm brave. It was actually scary. I think I cried a little. Because it is scary when we're doing huge changes. Like when I decided, I used to make in corporate America, I used to make a decent income, but it was very like tiring, working every day, sometimes 12 hours, sometimes 13 hours. You would get home. Like I would remember I would walk, because I like to live always in my apartments. I like to live on top because I don't like frogs and creepy crawlers. And I don't want to hear like the noise. So you're tired and you're climbing up the stairs. There's no energy. So it's like you're going to make hard decisions. But then seeing myself and my work and my businesses and being able to, like, my son will be like, "Hey mom, I can't run the business this week." And I'm like, "I got it." Now I'm teaching my dad. Like I said, he's retired and he's not computer savvy, because heck, I'm not even computer savvy. So being able to teach him in his late 60s how to start his online business, it's really cool. And you're going to get yourself into a place that you're going to be able, and that is my thing. I was telling that, with my cousin, just like last night we were having that conversation of like feeling so good about making, wealth. And I want to scale to a multi-million dollar business. That's my goal. That's my freaking goal. So, seeing myself, like, all the things that I could do, all the help that I could give if I were to scale once, let me rephrase that, once I scale to a multi-million dollar business. And that's what you have to do. You just have to build the staircase and climb up, and you're going to do it. And like I said, that statement is very empowering, because we all have debt. I have it in credit cards and bullshit, like 30,000. I think I have like 25,000 in student loans still. And I've been paying those mofos for years. But not seeing it, like, I don't, like, that energy is not important to me. I pay what I can. They're not like, like, I don't like suffer because, oh my God, I pay them and that's it. Don't think about it. So we can't, and I teach, that's part of the wealth course as well, is not allowing, like, instead of when we get a bill feeling shitty about it, feeling good that you're writing a check, a money order, you're using your credit card. Like, this, one of the main goals that I had this month was all my bills paid. I wanted every single bill paid and on time, beyond, I didn't want nothing past due. Feeling good that I did that. And every time that I did a money order or I did a credit card, I was like, I'm grateful. I'm super grateful. And I was like, I could invest again in my gold and in my silver, because money fluctuates. Sometimes you're going to have like really great months, and that's the time that you want to, if you could, instead of 10%, you could put away 20 or 30%. That's even better. So you're going to learn the laws of money, of prosperity, and how to just kind of like take care of you. I'm behind on my work, because I was supposed to start a Kickstarter in January and we're getting into March. But then I feel like there's a reason for that. There's a reason. So everything falls into place. I can't wait to see you guys there. I will link both. I will link the free one, and I will link the $55 one that starts on March 17th. That's the one that I'm sharing about. And we are going to start manifesting. And I want to do with you guys before we close, I'm going to link the print. Can I link the printable? I think you're going to have to email me. I'll try to link the printable, because Canva, like, sometimes if you put the link, like, you could go to it, but sometimes you can't. So if I link it and you can get the printable, just email me at lovegoddessdaisy at Yahoo, and I'll send you the printables, because these checks came out really, really cute. I'm super proud of them, and I'm gifting them to you guys for free. Like I said, I was going to put them on Etsy, which I am, but you guys have been here this whole time, so I'm going to gift them to you for free. So we're going to do the manifesting checks. So you're going to take your printable and you're going to cut them out. Okay? Cut out your checks and you're going to put them in front of you. Okay? And I want you to think of a month in advance. Of course, I did these for March because of my whole wealth course, right? Usually what I do is when I'm launching something, I try to put out the energy of what I expect. You always say or better or more, because let's say you're expecting 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, but then Infinite Supply is going to send you 10 grand or better or more. That's what happened to me with my first on-call. The way that happened to me was like surreal. because that did never cross my mind. It was a time that coaching was really something Tony Robbins did. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a lot of us knew what coaching was. And the client came to me. She found me and she's like, wanted to work with me. And then I had found someone that did something similar to my idea with her. And I sent her the offer and she paid in full. So that was really cool when I got my first 10,000 on-call clients. So when you do your, because your money comes from places, but now money's going to come unexpectedly, because not only is it going to come from your job, it's going to come from a bonus. It's going to come from a winning. It's going to come from an inheritance. It's just like so many doors are just going to start to unravel and open up. It's going to come from you getting married and your spouse is having cash flow. When I do this energy, it's not just about me. I want my husband to make lots of money, so I don't have to do half the shit that I do, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and vice versa, like I speak of this as a woman, but I know there's a lot of you guys that have partners, and then your partner does well or starts a business or creates an invention. Like we have to start to think outside of the paradigm, and I get people, like I have 2 people that I talk to once in a while. They're like really, really stuck. Like their only money comes from their job. They do not think about eBay or surveys or any scratch off. Their money, just like their only way and means and ideal is like, I feel like when I see their energy, I feel like the horse with, that they put those, the reason they put those things in front of the horse is so the horse could only see forward. He or she, because I don't know if those horses are male or female. So they do that. So a lot of us, that's how we're conditioned to only see, people are making money every day. I want you all to go read Kendra Scott's story. Kendra Scott. Like her story is crazy. Go read that. You want to surround yourself, and that's another thing, inspiration. I absolutely love the prize winner of Defiance, Ohio. She was I've always done sweepstakes and contesting, but when I read that book and saw the movie, like if you're not a reader, go get the movie. Like she supported her family because her husband was an alcoholic that drank all the money away through her contesting, through her poems. Like we could do anything we want and we put our minds to. You want to blow your socks off? Helen Hadsel. This woman, and I get chills talking about her. We're going to this is something that I'm going to add to the wealth course because I love contesting. I love contesting. I love winning stuff. It just feels so good. I've won staycations. One of my goals is I want a car. I wanted to win a car. I think that's so cool. A lot of little stuff here and there, restaurants, tickets. My husband wins tickets all the time, but I can't even think about all this stuff, just random stuff. Like I got this weird machine that I sold on eBay about two weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I got it and I just sold it on eBay. Tools. I don't use tools. Anywho, we're going to do all this. So stop everything right now. And if you have the money, go sign up to the course. You are going to want to be part of this magic. And I'm so excited. You know me, I'm super excited. I think that's why I always have high blood pressure, because I'm just so giddy and so excited. So take advantage of that. So you're going to get your checks. You're going to declare your statement because we're clearing away all the lack. We are infinite beings of light because we have that infinite power. We're born, we're gifted from it from the day that we were coming over into this world, from the day that we are born. We have that power. So I want you to think about your business or your job. And like I said, if you have a 9-to-5 and you only get paid X amount of money, I still want you to put that energy out there. I want you to think about the money that you want to make per se in April, per se in May. And then you're going to get your checks and you're going to write different amounts. I think there's 3 checks when you get the printable. So think about the different amounts that you want to receive for the month of April or May. You always want to do this a month in advance. When I do my planning, like right now, I'm late because I usually do my planning during the new moon or the full moon, depending. Right now, the new moons are the ones that are closing the month. Like February's new moon was the 19th, but I had so many rituals to do that I didn't have time to do my work per se, what Spirit told me. Anywho, so what I do is I'll sit during the new moon and I will think about my goals for the next month. I'll think about the what I have to pay, how much money I wanted to put in my savings, if I well, investing in stuff, because like I told you, I invest in businesses and stuff. So I think about all of the things that I want to be able to, put my money in. And I will write different checks, and I'm thinking, okay, so if I make $15,000, I could do this, that, and the other, right? I could put this here, I could put that there. And there's going to be months that you're not going to make money. I've had months that I've been like, but then when you start to get in a better place, it's okay, because then last month you did this, and the next month you're going to do even more. So you're going to have lack months, and that is okay. I feel like that's like a test when we have those lack months, so we know how to crunch and relax and zen and allow, right? So get your checks and write them out for the amounts that you desire for the upcoming month. You could do April, you could do May, you could print out 2 and do both months. Okay, in April I want to make this much, and in May I want to make that much. And then you are going to take your checks and you're going to either put them in an envelope or put them, I like to put them in something like this beautiful card that what's her name? Karen. I'm going to stop everything and make sure I write her a letter. So I'll put it somewhere that means stuff to me. Even my journals. Like I love my journals. So I'll put them in my journals. And then I just leave that energy. I allow that energy. And something that happens so miraculous is checks start to come. And it's so crazy because it's almost like I wrote a check for myself and checks start to come. And like I said, some of the checks are $11. But it's not the point. The point is, hey, that's Starbucks for me and my daughter, right? You have to be grateful for everything that you receive. There's no minimal to money. And the reason you're writing set amounts is because when we ask for our desires, you cannot be vague. You can't say, I want money. I want to be financially set. I want to be debt free. Those are not, no. I make 5 figures, I want 6 figures. I make 6 figures, I want 7 figures. I make 7 figures, I want 8 figures. You are constantly forward motion and growing. And I know this works because I went from poverty to now I feel more comfortable. And I do have my months that are like, just right now I found out my Chromebook doesn't have the extensions that I need. So I want an Apple. Because I'm like, I work really hard. I deserve to have a MacBook Pro that I could really do the work that's easier for me. And that's like what, $2,000, maybe $2,500? Pretty penny, my friends. So it's like we're putting, you want to put that energy out there. So not just what you want as money, but we're also going to put things like the cars that we want, the MacBook Pro that we want, really setting those. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see you guys there. If you have questions, go ahead and comment them. I always reply. I send you all love and blessings. I hope you have enjoyed this time together. I did add an audio to our free wealth course for connecting with that higher energy, that spiritual energy. I hope you guys that took it, the wealth course, did it, because I've done it already twice. And I went in there one time. I didn't have like someone in mind, and someone showed up, and it was like crazy to me. I want to hear your stories. I think I'm going to add that to the new wealth course because that audio ritual was really empowering. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Oh, my goal is 30 participants. 30 participants. So I need you guys to make this happen because what I'm going to do is once I get the 30 participants, we're going to gift 5 of the wealth classes to your nominee. So you get to nominate someone that you love, that you know would benefit from this wealth class. And 5 random, we're gonna do it on live with random.org. So you're gonna get to see the universe, almighty infinite power, gift these 5 courses to your loved ones, family. Like think about someone that you know is in need, and you could, and if you have the prosperity to be able to purchase it for them, you could do that. So my goal is 30 participants. So I'm going to link it below, and let's push this. We could do this. We could really, really vibe together and create the infinite supply in our lives. I look forward to seeing you there. Don't forget to leave your questions. I will reply. Namaste.